Before Zack Snyder turned one of the most universally beloved comics of all time into a completely polarizing movie, he turned the most universally beloved comic of all time into a completely polarizing movie, Watchmen. You've read the dark satirical comic. Now get ready for the movie adaptation that transforms the complex characters and grounded realistic action into a gory version of The Matrix in a film that Watchmen creator Alan Moore described as regurgitated worms. Then again, the guy worships a snake, so take it with a grain of salt.
When it comes to my spiritual beliefs, that's perhaps why I worship a 2nd century human-headed snake god called Glykon.
Stare in awe as Snyder's gorgeous shots carry you through an overstuffed plot, where a dense 13-chapter series is crammed into a single movie, full of so many story threads, it feels like marathoning an entire season of Lost.
Don't leave me!
At the same time, meet darkened versions of heroes you know and love, who do their best to fight crime and maintain an erection.
What's wrong?
Oh, hell.
Like the comedian, who's Captain America, if he were a dick, Rorschach, who's Batman, if he were a dick, and Dr. Manhattan, who's Superman, if he were a dick, who always had his dick hanging out. Seriously, always. So many dicks. There were only 3 dick shots in the entire comic. An animator had to spend hours getting the dick sway just right. I'd move on, but it's really hard to focus on anything when there's a big blue dick on the screen. Experience Jackie Earle Haley's spot-on performance as a smelly hobo who hates hands.
Lie again, Wallach. I'd break another finger.
As he shines alongside a cast that does their comic book counterparts justice, despite some on-the-nose dialogue.
I should have had that abortion!
Bad old person makeup.
I'm 67 years old.
And the presence of Malin Ackerman.
You want me to see things your way? Go ahead. Show me. Do that thing you do.
We don't normally like to call out actors, and she seems like a really nice person and all, but this is just, ugh.
I have a real name I've been using a couple years now. Try it.
She makes Matthew Good look okay. Prepare for a 2-hour and 40-minute movie that's closer to 2 without all the slow-mo. Full of everything Zack Snyder carried over into his next 2 DC movies, like rain, sex, Jesus allegories, graphic violence, apocalyptic dream sequences, and justifying the destruction of a major metropolis.
Killing millions.
To save billions.
But if that's not Snydery enough, check out a director's cut that adds more graphic violence, more sex, and more Jesus allegories.
Is that Jesus?
But if even that's not Snydery enough, spring for the Ultimate Edition, where 2 characters who don't like each other come to the shocking realization that they have the same name.
You know, all this time you've been coming here, I never caught your name.
Bernard.
That's my name, too.
So that's where he got it from.
Why did you say that name?
So get ready for one of the most self-serious films ever made that keeps shoehorning in a happy face and features some of the most depressing, humorless characters in film arguing over what is and isn't a joke.
That's the real joke.
I can never tell when you're joking.
It's a joke.
I heard joke once.
My life is just one big joke.
The greatest practical joke in human history.
That's the real practical joke.
Good joke. Everybody laugh. Huh? Starring Harvey Birdman, Homeless Man, Silk Spectra, The Killing Joke, Max Headwound, Zack Snyder making Zack Snyder references, foreshadowing, Elon Musk, and don't you know, I'm Electro, Dr. Manhattan, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Dong. I'll bet Dr. Manhattan would have won Vietnam even sooner if he'd taken that thong off. Talk about intimidation. Balls.